Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we are going to be doing a Shatterpoint unboxing. We're taking a look at the Witches of Dathomir squad pack. So for all of you Dathomirian fans or fans of Maul looking for Savage Opress, or fans of the Nightsisters looking for some Nightsister Acolytes and Mother Talzin, we're going to be unboxing this box. We'll show you the unit cards, everything that comes in here, and we'll put the miniatures together so you can get an idea of how they're going to look. Although I won't be painting them on this stream, I will be painting them eventually. So stay tuned for YouTube Shorts and social media if you want to get a look at some of those. I've been doing a little bit more with the shorts lately to show off some of the painted miniatures for games like Armada, X-Wing, Legion, and Shatterpoint. Big thanks also to Atomic Mass Games for sending this out. They have been really cool lately and have been sending me out a lot of Shatterpoint stuff to review for you guys. So big thanks to Atomic Mass Games and Asmodee for making this possible. Now we are going to get this box open. Now, I thought this was a really cool box initially. For one reason, I like Darth Maul, but I feel like he didn't really synergize too much. And I wanted more thematic units to kind of pair him up with. And or I should say Lord Maul, right? Because we're kind of getting the Lord Maul, the Clone Wars version, not necessarily the Episode 1 version. And I thought Savage Opress would be a really cool way to do this. And same thing with same thing with the Dathomirians and Dathomiri. I'm not. What's the plural of Dathomir? I don't know. But I was just thinking that it's a cool way to get some magic out there. Also to get some extra Force users, and also Asajj Ventress is also looking for some extra, companionship and thematic ways to kind of pair her together with other folks. So I think this is just a really good pack that really enhances what you get in the core set and really helps to bring lists together. So very cool stuff. First off, here is our little stuff. We're not getting in build instructions in here. You can go here to get the thing. I have all the build instructions in the video description below. So if you want to check out build instructions for any of the Star Wars Shatterpoints or the Shatterpoint rules or other documentation, links are going to be in the description below. We also have our little credits page here, so we can check out all of the folks that helped bring this game to us as well. All right, now we are going to move forward with, we're going to look at the sprues and these cards. Now this is a very tightly sealed Ziploc. Wow, this is the hardest Ziploc to open I've ever had in an Asmodee product, which is a little bit funny. All right, so we do have the large stack of activation cards. And these are going to be all of our multi-language stuff, so we're not necessarily going to look at all those. We'll focus on the English ones, and then we have our cards here. We'll look at those here in just a second, but I want to show you guys the sprues as well. And we are going to get 4 bases right here. And we're going to have our 4 characters. And did they manage to fit them all on one frame here? Look at this. Okay. So there we go. All right, so we're look at this cloak. Look at Mother Talzin. She is going to be majestic there with that cloak. That is a pretty cool one. I think I have it backwards. So we'll go from this side. We've got a lot of these smoky effects. From the looks of things, it looks like the magic effect, that Nightsister magic, for all of these little fancy green particle effects, and these are going to be these right here. It looks like these are optional, and I like that because while I think I like the particle effects a little bit for the Nightsisters, I don't think I want it on Savage Opress. Not to say that it doesn't make sense with him. He was obviously exposed to that magic. I feel like if I want to team him up with Maul, it would look weird for him to have it and Maul not to have it. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'll probably build maybe these 3 with it, but not him. And so if I have the option to, and it looks like since these are all separate pieces, I will have that option. And so that's pretty cool. So you get to make your own choices on a lot of these. And I will say they've come a long way, from with choice and being able to do your basing materials. I know when I was looking at some of the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff that had come out over the years, some of them it was pretty hard to put some of the optional pieces or actually to make some of them truly optional. So that's a big plus for me. We've got Savage Opress's head right here with them big old horns. Well, of course, we'll get a better look at him once They're all put together. Nightsister pieces, legs, and that big double-bladed saber and that overhanded, double-handed grip. It's going to look really cool. Yeah, Savage has got a really big torso too. I think he's going to be one of the larger. He's going to be one of the larger dudes to go on a small base. So, and especially contrasted with the smaller frame of the Nightsisters, he's going to look like a complete Hulk on the battlefield, which I feel is just so good and so thematic. So I can't wait to see him put together. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive into these cards and take a look at the units and what they can do in game. All right, so let's start off with Mother Talzin. She's at 8 squad points and 3 force points. She's a primary, so we're getting have a lot of options with her, and I actually really like her. I think she looks pretty cool with some of the stuff she can do, especially this manipulating hand ability. But we'll start from the top. Obscuring Shadows, that lets a Dathomirian dash. Manipulating Hand lets an enemy character dash, but you resolve the move. So it's nasty. It's so much better than Force Push because you can move them in any way. You can move them off of an objective. You can move them down off of an, like jump off a cliff, kind of. Well, technically dash off a cliff, or pull them closer into firing range of all of your characters. I think that's going to be a really good one if you are trying to actually kill a character or get somebody wounded or injured and just moved off the board. Like actually, and it's hard to do, especially for named characters. But if you can move them into range of all of your army, then that's pretty cool. Although that does cost 2 force points. She's got Life Drain, and Life Drain is nasty, right? She's after Dathomirian makes an attack, if they suffered 1 more damage, the Dathomirian may heal. So that one's a nice one. And then Wrath of the Great Mother. If somebody gets wounded, she gets angry, she gets the dash, and I make a 5-die attack. So, but this is only once per turn. So pretty cool. She's got her activation card here for Obscuring Shadows to remind you to do that. And then she got the stance. Now, Wrath sounds more like it's the angry attack stance. But I think the big thing with Wrath is this one right here. For only 3 successes, you can do that Manipulating Hand for free. And I think that's really the main draw of Wrath. It does have a little bit more melee attack, which is pretty cool. It's got 7 dice for melee. But yeah, I really think that this is the make or break part of it. Because when we switch over to Great Mother, this is the stance I like a little bit better for most of the time. This one has a lot higher damage potential. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage potential on this one, which is very, very cool. It's also got more ranged damage, so 7, and also a lot better defense. 7 and 5 versus 5 and 6. So I guess a little bit. This one's more melee. This one's more ranged, and so I'll probably start out with this one and then swap over to this one if we get close, or if I do decide that I'm like, you know what, I'm going to really try and kill Anakin Skywalker with Manipulating Hand, pulling him in closer, and just getting everybody to open up on him. That'd be super fun. So that's Mother Talzin. Let's get the Nightsisters to help go along with all of this. Our Nightsister Acolytes here. Now, they are going to be a 4-point support. So here's the back of their card. Now, they have the Acrobatic Advance. So for a force point, lets them jump and gain a hunker. And you have Coordinated Fire for Expose. We've got Darkness and Shadows. If they have a hunker, they add a die to their defense rolls against ranged attacks, which is going to work out well. It's just natural synergy with what they already have going on. And then Night Hunter. When this character in this unit makes a ranged attack as part of a combat action, not a free ranged attack, it targets an enemy character that is engaged with another Dathomirian, and it can add 2 dice to the attack roll. So I like that one a lot, especially since, they already start with 6, so they can get a pretty decent dice pool. Now, also, between Mother Talzin and the Nightsisters, Mother Talzin is a Dathomirian, a Nightsister, and a Force user. Nightsister Acolytes are Nightsister, Dathomirian, and Troopers. And here's their activation card. Really cool art on there, too, by the way. And then their stance is Shadow Hunters. They have 5 range, 6 and 5, then 5 and 4 for defense. Not the best expertise chart, although their melee expertise isn't half bad. I kind of like their melee expertise a little bit, because you get the 1, but you also get the extra damage on there. So if you just get the 1, then that's pretty cool. But I guess their ranged expertise isn't terrible. You're not getting the crits in there, but at least for 1 or 2, you're not losing damage. So So that's certainly something. And if they get the 3 for defense, they get a free free move in there. That's really cool. All right, so yeah, but not a whole lot of damage potential, but a decent amount, and different status effects with each, with each one, right? So that's pretty cool. And then status, then jump, and then more damage. So they have a decent amount of damage. Again, the extra 2 dice from Night Sisters is going to be great, or Night Hunter, but at the end of the day, you can only get 5 successes, so you don't need that many, but 2 extra is going to help you try to get that higher damage potential, or at least the free jump. Very cool. All right, let's look at Savage Oppress. My man right here. This guy. Oh, man, he's cool. All right, so Savage Oppress 4-point secondary, and I like him. He is a 10 health. 10 health on this guy. Same as Mother Talzin, 10 health. But only 2 stamina. Now, he does have, he's got Dark Fury. It's going to be a 2 force cost. You choose an enemy unit within 2, so somebody already close. You're going to roll 5 dice, and they're going to suffer damage for each critical and hit in the roll. And if they're a force user and they suffer damage from it, then they're going to gain exposed. So you can do this before you attack, and really help him kind of be a little bit of a Jedi Hunter here, which is really cool. He's got Furious Rush, and not just Jedi Hunter, because he attacked lots of different force users who weren't necessarily Jedi. There was a brief fight between him and Maul. He also went after Asajj Ventress. He went after Dooku at one point. Like he'll go after everybody in addition to other Jedi. So it's like pretty cool stuff. Furious Rush. He can dash. If he's injured, he can do a full advance instead. Overpowering Monster. When he's attacking a primary, adds 2, which I love. I love that. Pain is weakness. He gains protection and steadfast. And the Unwitting Brute. When a Separatist primary or allied Dathomirian primary unit starts its activation within 3, he gets to dash. So he's got this stuff to help close the gap. And he's going to need it because he does not have ranged. So, but he has 7 melee dice. 4 and 4 for defense. So again, not very defensive, but 7 melee dice. He's really trying to go out there and remove characters. I feel like, obviously he's going to counter really well with Mother Talzin, and Maul. I feel like that's the match that you need to make for sure. Just think it's really cool. But I feel like I can't really do Maul, Mother Talzin, and Asajj Ventress, because you got 3 different primaries, right? So I need, maybe eventually we'll have like a support or a secondary Maul or a secondary Asajj Ventress. I feel like it's a possibility one of these days. Maybe we'll see that happen. And we'll get like Darth Maul as a secondary to like a Darth Sidious primary. That would be cool. All right. But yeah, sorry. So he's got a lot of damage here. He can go the top track, which is going to be pretty cool. And also he's got the Furious Rush at the end of it, which I like, or Dark Fury at the end of it. So if you really think you're going to get a lot of damage and you're attacking somebody maybe that's already exposed, that or something like that, or if that just doesn't have much defense dice, maybe you go that top track. Maybe you try and do the Furious Rush after, or the Dark Fury after. I don't know. That's crazy. I really think you want to do Dark Fury first, though. He's going to eat up your force very quickly. But if we take the bottom track, we got 2, 4, 6, 8 damage, which is not bad, plus potentially more with Dark Fury. So I think that's super groovy. Plus, if you get exactly 1 expertise, you could end up with an extra damage. So you could get 9. I guess at most, you're rolling 5 dice. You could get, so at most you could get 9. You could get 14 potential damage out of an attack from this guy combined with Dark Fury, which is a little bit crazy. I don't think that it's too likely to get exactly that much, but yeah, he's got a very high damage ceiling. So very cool. All right, let's go ahead and put these miniatures together so we can get a look at how they're going to look. All right, so we've got everybody put together now. Let's start with Mother Talzin. She is just glorious. She was the most complicated to put together as well. Some of those flowy bits from her cape you had to just fit in there just right. Not difficult, just had the most pieces, and definitely getting a lot of payoff with that too, because look at how many gorgeous flowing cloth pieces she's got. Very, very cool looking model. And I love the way the smoke kind of fits into her hand, but isn't quite touching. Yeah, it's going to be very fun to paint as well, but maybe a challenge as well, because again, you've got like the green, which has got that very bright yellow green to it. So I'm going to want a lot of this white as a base. And then, but then again, like I can't just like airbrush the whole thing red to have a nice smooth red on there. I may have to use some contrasts for the cloak, for the first layer of the cloth, and then add a little more on. I'm not 100% sure. And then the cool thing is too, like if you look at the box, they put like designs on her cloak as well. So I mean, that's an option. I don't know if I'll do that or not, but maybe. We've got Savage Oppress here. I did not use the flowy particle effect on him. I just left him without the magic. Yeah, and of course I like to do all my own basing, as you guys have seen lately. So I'll probably give him skulls. I think he is very deserving of some skulls on the base. That'll be a fun one for him. We've got a Nightsister Archer there, looking good. I like the bow. The bow is very, very big, which is cool. And it'd be cool to like do some extra like effects there too with that bowstring. I'm sure that some folks will do cool things there. Maybe some fishing line or some. They have I know Green Stuff World has it, and maybe some other else does too. They have the it's like spider web, and you get that strandy stuff. That would look really cool on that. Let's see what we've got. And we've got the other Nightsister with the kukri kind of daggers, short swords, and yeah, looks pretty good. This one kind of reminds me of from Guardians of the Galaxy, Nebulon, which is pretty cool. Or Nebula, yeah. Nebulon. I'm getting Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy mixed up. All right. All right, guys, this has been a look at the Witches of Dathomir squad pack for Star Wars Shatterpoint. Once again, big thanks to Atomic Mass Games and Asmodee for sending this out for review. And if you like what you see here, be sure to like the video, subscribe. We are doing that big $100 Amazon gift card giveaway that's running through Halloween. Make sure you are subscribed and leave a comment that enters you to win. And then, then you take it from there. I'll be announcing the winner for that towards the end of one of my videos right after Halloween. So I usually announce winners towards the end, around this point in the video. So that's how you find out. And yeah, and plus we still have lots of more content coming, more Shatterpoint content, also Legion, Armada, X-Wing, other Star Wars stuff, lots of other tabletop and just fun, geeky, awesome content. So if you guys want to stick around, I'd love to have you. Also, we have Discord links in the video description below as well. So that's going to do it. I'll talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons as well. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you're interested in supporting the channel through Patreon and getting your name in the credits, there's links in the description below. Thank you so much. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.